only getting better and better. And to help talk us through why things are getting so good for Team Secret, we have the man, the legend, one of my personal favorite players and a personal hero of mine, Puppey. Good sir. Congratulations on the dub. Team Secret looking hella fresh right
Thank
now. Talk to us about this. Early on in the tour, things were looking okay for the team, right? Wasn't looking spectacular, wasn't looking terrible. And now things are starting, at least from the outside looking in, look like they're starting to click a lot more. Is the feeling the same internally within the Team Secret camp?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of like needed a lot of games together in order to understand how to play better. As in, you need to play a lot of scrims in order to actually get the grasp of what's going on in scrims. And playing like tier 1 teams and stuff helps also. But like after like somewhere like 100 games of together, I think we kind of now understand our language and like the words. Because every time you make a new team, you need like terms, you need like an understanding, a philosophy of how actually you're moving around the map and what are you doing. So now that we've cut through all those games and now everybody understands what some terms mean exactly and how we should move on the map, people are faster and they understand the confidence between those type of things,
Okay. And speaking of the fact that it's a new team, at this point, this is, I don't know, version 12, version 13, 14 of Team Secret. Can you talk us through what the decision-making was for you personally when you went scouting for the new players? Like, what is the conversation like that led to the RMLs, Boom going to the offlane, Yamich being brought into the team? What was cooking in the brain of Puppey to make these moves happen?
I mean, mostly it's that I personally, honestly, the way that we played in the first division last season was kind of bad, and in a way where I think like everybody decided to kind of like, this is not working out, right? And in my head it was kind of like, yo, this is a disband, right? And in that regard, I started picking pieces together of seeing what can I do in order to achieve like a team that has a punch to it, and I feel like Armel can punch us hard, like gotta get that guy in. And like those types of ideas, like somebody that you respect, somebody that you truly respect, like who you've played against and has made you feel like hell, you got to get those players. You got to see if they want to play with you. And I think Yamich and Armel, they are those type of players that I have felt that they have made my life living hell. So that's how you go from there, in my opinion.
Okay, I mean, right now they're making your life hella easy instead of making it a living hell. Fluke, what you got for the legend while we have him on the line?
Yeah, I got a few questions for you, Puppey. Obviously, Snare did just touch on the fact that you brought in these new players. Do you personally try and help these players get towards the next level, or is it much more about just giving them that extra competitive experience and really trying to mold them into the style of Dota that you want to play?
I think there's benefits for both sides. Because in my opinion, when I get a new player, I'm not even thinking about making him better, to be fair. I'm waiting for him to make me better, because new players constantly have something new that they bring to the table, and you need to learn that stuff. But once you do understand the things that they want to do and things that they have learned, you kind of can turn it around and maybe give some extra benefits to it. You can add a plus towards the knowledge of what I have from experience. And I think that's the first thing that I think of every time that I start playing with a new player. And it usually works out that way. And obviously, I think when it comes to like a player getting good, I feel like only a team gets good. One player is not enough to become good. I feel like the whole team needs to understand what's going on in the game and where you need to move, what you need to farm, which objectives to take. Like all those precise things are much more important than trying to like do anything individual. Because I feel like once you understand as a team what heroes is supposed to be drafted, how we should play in a way on the map, like when we get just one kill, one position 5 kill, how are we going to spread out, what we're going to do, I think that helps. I mean, that's what I bring to the table at least most of the time. And I think that helps like every player becoming better. Because there's a type of discipline towards it, where you don't just do random things. You just do what your moves are supposed to be.
Yeah, and I think we saw that in a lot of your games as well, the way that you guys were able to pick apart the map. And even in some games where you guys were a little bit behind in the early stages, be able to come back and pull apart some of these lesser teams. So one last question about this series today. Obviously going into a series against Old.G, they've drafted very differently than all these other teams in Western Europe. Did you have a plan going into this about how you wanted to draft against them, obviously prior to them having a stand-in?
Prior to them having a stand-in, we definitely had a different look on how we want to draft towards them. Like this Monkey King obviously is not going to most likely happen from Seb anymore because, I mean, he can play it off lane, but we knew that this is going to be a little bit weird for them. You know, they're not going to accept it. To be fair, I was kind of scared. I mean, everybody should be scared from OG's draft the second game. You know, it's one of those drafts where if the ball starts rolling, you're going to not notice how fast you're going to lose this game. You're going to lose this game in like 1 minute. If you make a mistake somewhere, taking a fight is unnecessary, you're going to get pummeled because you're not going to be able to come back from the game. They're just going to close the map and just take another team fight. Because it's like when they have this Wisp Oracle, all they need to do is just relocate the Oracle right into the pit of everything because you won't have enough damage to clear. Like these two heroes that are going to be on top. It's like the Witch Doctor Wisp strategy that, Gaming Gladiators are doing. And that's the similar type of strategies. And I mean, talking about the drafts, they changed once they had to play with standard.
All right, one last question I have here as well. Obviously, Dream League is going on right now as well. Have you guys been able to scrim against some of these international teams that are playing in Western Europe right now? And do you feel like the extra bit of some of these teams coming from other regions has helped you guys a little bit here in your division too?
Yeah, no, for sure. Because it gives you confidence when you're playing a team that is, in the Dream League and already in second group stages. When you're playing a team like that and you feel like you can, like you're winning a game against them, even if you don't win and the first 20 minutes you're up on net worth and then you screw up a team fight or something like that, at least we know exactly what's going on and we know what to work on. Because if stuff is working, we should just feel confident to push through and kind of fix all the other problems that are maybe not working. But yeah, it does help a lot when you scrim Division 1 teams.
Okay. I'm curious about something, actually. You're right now probably the living legend, right? You've been to all the TIs, one of the oldest captains that's still around in the game right now. What advice would you give for up-and-coming, not just support players, but people who want to assume leadership roles in their teams? What are the important things to look out for? What mistakes have you made in the past that you would avoid others to avoid, you advise other people to avoid? And generally speaking, what do you think is the most important things for a player to learn, both about the game and about themselves, if they want to be an effective captain in a team?
Well, the thing is, the advice I would give myself at this age, right now, to myself, probably wouldn't be the same as the advice I would give it to a young person. In my opinion, if you're young, you're supposed to be practically able to play every role pretty okay. You can't just play support and live with it or something like that. You gotta be able to kind of bring everything to the table because you're young and you're supposed to be ambitious and you're supposed to see, you're not supposed to give up on anything. You might be a support player, but Seb was a coach, then became an offlaner. Never played offlane, I think. Mostly played mid lane. Became the best offlaner. You should never give up on your dreams of any other role. You shouldn't tunnel vision yourself. Just be free and do whatever you want. Don't tunnel vision on anything.
Okay, you sound like an Assassin's Creed enjoyer. Nothing is true, everything is permitted. Puppey, good sir, thank you so much. I've been a fan of yours for a long, long, long time. I'm glad I finally got to talk to you. Good luck, have fun for the rest of your games. And
good, man.
At this point, I think we're pretty sure we're going to see you in Div 1. So congratulations on everything, and can't wait to see you guys play more. Thank you for your time
jinx me now, man. Come on, dude. I thought you liked me.
No, I'm not casting right now. We're off the casting day, so it's not a caster's curse, so now it's okay.
Okay, sure. All right, fine. Well, thanks for having me. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, Puppey. Legend.